Hello, it's Arym, and I'm here to read Proverbs Chapter 13. Proverbs Chapter 13. The title is Wisdom Loves Righteousness. Let me go back and read the title of 12. The title of chapter 12 was The House of the Righteous Shall Stand. Okay. Verse 1. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. A man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the unfaithful feeds on violence. Do you know any people that feed their soul on violence? Verse 3, he who guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction. What you say out of your mouth, it can affect you. Verse 4, the soul of the lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. Here we go with that diligence again. Diligence and richness. Laziness and nothing. They go hand in hand. Verse 5, a righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. The lies bring him to shame. Verse 6, righteousness guards him whose way is blameless, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Do you think the wicked are overthrowing themselves with their actions? I do. Verse 7, there is one who makes himself rich, yet has nothing. The one who makes himself poor, yet has great riches. Okay, this is something new. This is the first time we've had this wisdom in Proverbs since we've been reading. And we've been reading, this is our 13th chapter. And this is the first time we've come across this wisdom. This is telling you about people living above their means. There is one who makes himself rich, yet has nothing. The one who's in debt. He's driving a nice car. He's living in the best home. He has the best shoes. He has the best of everything. But he's in debt. Some people, I think, are saying live in debt. I think that's foolish, but I think I heard that, in the world, just listening to the world for a while. And one who makes himself poor, yet has great riches. There's a lot of people that are driving a paid off car. It's an economical paid off car. They have a paid off home. It's not a mansion, but it's a house, And they have thousands of dollars in the bank. Thousands of dollars in the bank. Why is that? Some people drive in a fancy, expensive car and have no money. Cannot put gas in the car. Can't put gas in the gas tank. Put the credit card at the tank and it get rejected. They can't afford it. They can't do it. But they're driving a nice car. Okay, moving right along. Verse 8. The ransom of a man's life is his riches, but the poor does not hear rebuke. The poor have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Verse 9. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked will be put out. Verse 10. By pride comes nothing but strife, but with the well advised is wisdom. Do you know any families that do nothing but strife? They have to call the police every day, every week, every month. They can't get along. I haven't had to call anybody for disputes in my home since I've been an adult. Now, childhood is a different thing. That was kind of chaotic, but my own household as an adult, it's just been blessed, peaceful, just living in peace. Peace, peace, peace. There's some people that don't know what it's like to live in a peaceful home. I'm serious. And some people that just don't know what it's like. It's so good. So, so good. Moving right along. Verse 11. Wealth gained by dishonesty will be diminished, but he who gathers by labor will increase. Dishonest gain, ill-gotten gain, it won't last. Verse 12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. When you get what you hope for. Verse 13. He who despises the word shall be destroyed, but he who fears the commandment will be rewarded. Fears the commandment. Fears breaking the law. You know, the foolish, they don't fear breaking the law. That's for the righteous. Verse 14. The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. Laws are good for us. Laws are a fountain of life. 15. Good understanding gains favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. The way of the unrighteous is hard, but he with wisdom gains blessing. 16. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool lays openly his folly. The fool, he leaves clues everywhere he goes. 17. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful ambassador brings health. The wicked messenger. Verse 18. Poverty and shame will come to him who disdains correction, but he who regards a rebuke will be honored. He who loves instruction, loves to learn, loves wisdom, loves correction. Wow. Verse 19. A desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. This reminds me, whenever someone puts you down, talks about you, insults you, calls you names, the best revenge that you could ever have on that person is to be successful. That's the sweetest revenge. Success. Success is the sweetest revenge. You should try it. Try it and see. Verse 20. He who walks with the wise will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. 21. Evil pursues sinners, but the righteous, good shall be repaid. Verse 22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for righteousness. This is very important. I know a lot of people are talking about generational wealth. The Bible says it is good to leave your children an inheritance, but the best inheritance you can leave your child is wisdom. Wisdom for them to be able to live in this harsh world and take care of themselves. That's the best inheritance. And it doesn't cost any money to do that. So everyone should be leaving their children wisdom to take care of themselves. Okay, verse 23. Much food is in the fallow ground of the poor, and for lack of justice, there's waste. Okay, this is new. We haven't, a lot of the verses in Proverbs are repetitious just so we get it, parables over and over and over again so you get it, but this is new. It says, much food is in the fallow ground of the poor. So the poor have a lot of, first of all, fallow ground is a ground that has not been planted. It's resting. The ground is resting. That's a fallow ground. Now it says that poor people have a lot of food in fallow ground. So what this means is poor people have a lot of potential. They have a lot of unplanted potential. That's what that's saying. That's very important. And for lack of justice, there is waste. Wasted potential. Wasted potential for lack of justice. What is justice? I want to say it's a fair justice judgment, or it's getting what you deserve. That is so important. That is so important. But with that being said, the Bible says that the poor will always be with us. That's what Jesus said in the New Testament. Okay, moving right along. Verse 24. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines him promptly. Okay, so when you discipline your kids, you don't have to hurt them. You can talk to them. Make sure you don't abuse your children, but discipline is good. Okay? Discipline is good. I did discipline my son, and I could say that it helped him. It helped him. It turned out good. Okay, verse 25. The righteous eats to satisfying of his soul, but the stomach of the wicked shall be in want. That soul, that word soul, satisfying your soul. Righteousness is food for the soul. Makes you feel good. It fills you up. It fills your soul up. But the stomach of the wicked, they always have want. They never have enough. They never have enough money. They never have enough power. They never have enough control. It's never enough. Their souls are never satisfied. The wicked has an unsatisfied soul. And that's the end of Proverbs 13. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and be blessed.